Well, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Oh,
Let's go.
Karma, you're going down! I'm gonna slap
I wonder if
you.
that was an alternate. I wonder if that was an alternate.
I think it was
ending.
fixed. I think this game doesn't do that. At least the first one. Maybe others will, but I don't think this one does. But I could be wrong. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Ugh. What's the big idea?
Sorry, Nick.
I haven't got this whole teleportation thing down yet. Oh, it's alright.
I only touched your shoulder. I guess
Oh,
the
I
shot
see.
wasn't worn off from my running with the stun gun yesterday.
Yeah, they don't talk about getting immense static after getting tasted. It's not the thing you hear about. But I guess you probably do. Is it really 600,000 volts? That seems like enough to kill someone.
Okay, here's the thing with electricity. So there's this thing with electricity. It's kind of it's not completely true. There's a saying, the volts don't kill you, the amps do. That's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. It's kind of true, but it is overstated. So you can have a high voltage, and so a person, a human being, is a giant resistor, right? So you need volts to overcome resistance of high amps. But amps, like for instance, like a stun gun sends a shock through you, but what would really be lethal would be like a high current. So I'm saying amps current, they're interchangeable. It's a high current. So like the thing, like that's what the thing is, mains electricity can kill you.
Yeah.
But that's more because of it's a combination of volts and current. Whereas you can have high volts, itty bitty current.
Yeah.
And it's not. You're comparing apples with oranges. You need to consider both volts and current together when you talk about what's lethal, what's not. Anyway, the science lesson is enough of the science lesson. Let's do
this, shall we? Yeah, enough of the science lesson. Thanks, Maya.
Yeah. She's right, you know.
That Ripper is looking calm as always. Hope Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa, okay.
Whoa. You know, Wright. It's not the volts that kill you, it's the amps. What are you doing?
You're making my finger go into spasm. What the hell is this?
Hey. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. She's got superpowers now.
This is how we're getting a sister to show up. Because we know that she's showing up, right? Like, it's gonna happen. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge?
Right, good idea.
Touch grass, come on.
Yeah, touch grass.
Try not to
I'm gonna go to the
anyone.
bathroom and discharge, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, a bit too much info, but you do that. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Nick, I got arrested again, Jesus Christ. I didn't mean to say arrested. Oh no.
Woo, yeah, pal.
Yeah, if it's not Gumshoe, I'll be surprised. Yeah.
What's gotten into that girl? Oh, he got zapped, didn't he?
Yeah. Detective Gumshoe.
Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning.
How'd it go, Detective?
Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal.
Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired.
Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good.
Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember. And I'm gonna prove it. With a parrot. Probably. It's my birthday!
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10 a.m. Time to open some presents.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, that's copyright. We can't say
Here's my
Yeah.
first present. It's a handwritten note telling me to get revenge on Mars Edgeworth. Wow, what an amazing gift! Thank you. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. I don't have my taser this time. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. I mean, okay, so they say the final day. I know that they're saying that for the purpose of the fact that it is the final day in this trial in terms of a game. But, like, in real life, you could just extend it by 10 more days if necessary, right? If it turned out there was actually 7 criminals behind it, and they, one by one, they start coming up, like...
Yeah, it goes on for years. Some trials go on for years and years and years.
It's interesting, like, because this game obviously bears some basis of reality, and then just a lot of not. It's very confusing to differentiate it. But, yes, I asked for the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Montcalm. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
He's back.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you will remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court? Alright, this should be good.
You have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I did one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Okay. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. You're a champion duelist, and I will prove it. Alright, let's go. I call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realised you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Okama and Yanni Yogi.
But I wasn't running away.
And why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If it's not quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes.
One of those for Polly.
Okay. Food.
Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets in France.
So you went to France.
They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
I took Maya's advice about what Valkama should do on holiday and went to Europe for these pellets. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kind of got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice tribal karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So we must
I
not.
completely believe that.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses.
This judge. Oh my god. I figured I got away.
You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Then I can't remember. Yeah, seems like it.
And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
You want to motive things. Motive's not going to
How
prison.
can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now, this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Time fight done, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. He's Edgeworth, Your Honor. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar.
Yeah.
Yanni Yogi, from the DO6 incident. I figured the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go.
Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi?
It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor? Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see.
Well, that'll take like at least 2 days.
It might.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. So what happens? What? No fingerprints? I burned them off several months ago in preparation for this trial.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yep.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No? Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No? I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one!
Yeah, what are we going to do?
I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot.
I had a feeling you had a feeling you'd do that.
Yeah.
What is it, Nick? You're not going to. It's Yogi. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up? Take him up where? Oh my gosh. On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. We called this immediately.
Yeah.
Order. This is fucking mental. Okay. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences.
Nick, this is crazy.
Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
If this works, Phoenix is going to be a legend. He's going to be a legend. The man who won the case by cross-examining a parrot. He'll go down in history.
Oh, that's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Polly, from Hatterful Boyfriend. Name? The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello! Good. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just had to. No, you're the sister. You're channeling.
No, I'm so sorry. I've been doing so many new games with voice acting. I just went into overdrive. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
it's your character. I'm not going to take it away from you.
My sister's spirit just burst out of me.
You're a better Maya than I could ever be. Please, take my back.
Yes. What are you going to do, Nick?
See?
I'm having an episode.
I don't know. What do we do, man? Right, okay, this should be good. Can I I was gonna say, can I press on just the ellipses? But no, I'll press on this, sure. Hold it! What do you mean by hello? Speak! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify! Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say? What's the safe number?
Maybe I should get her to say her name?
Polly, what's your name?
Polly! Polly! Ah! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with the owner's identity?
Oh, the wife. Yeah, the wife called Polly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a stretch, but it's
Yeah.
kind of relevant.
Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor? The proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is in here somewhere. I guess it's the file. Yeah, it's the file on the L6. Yeah, Polly Jenkins.
Suicide,
there it is. Yeah. The DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. There are only 3 pages. It's not that big, actually.
Yes.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Oh, wow.
Oh fuck! I wasn't paying attention.
Can I look at it again? Okay, good.
Well, we can look
Suspect
at it again.
data.
It was the
Cool,
third
thank
page,
you.
suspect data.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up, game.
Yeah.
It's on the suspect data page. You fucking mental lunatic. Why did you do it like that? This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? He's just gonna be like, Mr. Wright, Polly is such an obvious parrot name. Like he's gonna...
Yes. It's like calling a dog Fido or a cow Bessie. It's way too generic.
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix, okay?
Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé?
And then Phoenix is like, I don't know, I'll ask her. Oh!
Yeah, it's just like, well, it depends who your fiancé is, and maybe.
Yeah.
She's only 7 years old. Well, that puts me in a bit of a predicament if I am, doesn't it? I should be on the stand at this point. Holy hell! Indeed.
Yes. Apologies for the off-color remark, Your Honor. I had no idea.
Indeed. Are you a pedophile, Mr. Wright? No! I'm not, Judge! Not at all! Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Good. Alright, press on that. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Please. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna be like, go fuck yourself.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her.
Present the photograph of, like, the murder. Like, do you see this?
We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi.
Okay. Hello, Squawk. Oh, whoops.
Well,
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Right, well, I'm gonna save because
Yeah.
this is messed up.
Mr. Wright, you're wasting your time saving the game.
Yeah. No, I can undo your bullshit. That's actually very clever. Okay, so, okay. Polly, do you recognize your owner from this vague facsimile? Okay. I'll present Polly to Polly. Can I? I'm definitely gonna lose points, but I have to. Objection! You're not Polly. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It's clearly, you know, not
What's an what was that word? Look at the poly evidence again. There's a weird word.
Okay, I will load quickly.
Yeah, look at what is that word? Erstwhile. I've never heard of
yeah,
that.
it basically just means like steadfast, like best friend, companion, like.
Oh, okay.
Like a long time, like probably 15 years in this case. Do I just press you again?
Yeah. You know, blue macaws, they can live up to 80 years in captivity. Parrots, some parrots outlive humans.
Right.
How weird is that?
So, what's the safe number? Have we forgotten something? I mean, what's the safe number isn't going to help. Oh, maybe it is, because the date. Yes!
Oh, because it's 12. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, and it's also the only thing we did at the house.
Yeah. If I said the words Yanni Yogi to the parrot, do you think Polly would be like, "Oh, that's my owner"?
Yes.
Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe.
Huh? The safe? Why?
Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay?
Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack?
1228. 1228. The exact moment of the death. It's like, okay. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you are claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually it does. Actually it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? For you see, this is Tealbald's birthday, and that means... what? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Okay, so... just day one. Okay, it's the first one is the case summary. Cool. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright? Where in the file is something relating to the safe number summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one. Do not steal my credit card. Jesus fucking Christ.
That is so dumb. This guy is... That is such an embarrassing thing. Not because he just told everyone his PIN number.
Yeah. That's
not the embarrassing part, right? The embarrassing part is I said it to 001 because I'm number one. Yeah. You're a grown-ass man. Like...
Here's a little lesson in trickery. This is going down in history. If you want to be a lawyer, number one.
Now look at this net that I just found. It is evidence.
This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker off the boat shop. Or of the boat shop. Immediately. He's ran away again.
Yeah. To buy some parrot food from France.
Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember.
No. It's okay.
Oh, fucking...
I'm sexy now. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different.
This is the real Yogi. I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Walter! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said, I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. Lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it.
Oh.
I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
I didn't do that. It just moved on its own. Von Karma. Where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. Surely you saw that. The police came and cuffed him, and then took him to prison. Surely you were here. Were you not paying attention? I saw no room for error in his confession. The defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty! Da-da-da-da-da-doo! Confetti!
Awesome.
I love the confetti. It's absurd.
Yeah.
Imagine if that happened every time. Like,
Yeah.
we find the defendant guilty. Woo! Diddly-dee!
Yeah.
That is all.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait,
Miles.
but that means... No.
Oh, great.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad.
What do I do?
Raise an objection. I mean... Well...
I don't want to have to redo a bunch of that, so... we will... Part of me wants to leave it and see what happens, but... I'm aware that might be, like, an instant game over. But, you know, let's find out.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere.
Nick, are you sure?
There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now.
For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. Now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean, in the instance where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer. Criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for the DL6 incident, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
Bends his arm round to point at himself.
Yeah. Who has 2 thumbs and is guilty? This guy.
Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Ah, it's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. Yeah, I think if we objected to it, he would just do it anyway. Alright.
I think the bullet is going to be evidence. I think the bullet is going to suggest, the ballistic markings on the bullet might suggest that it was done at close range.
Yeah, maybe.
Or something.
Yeah, probably.